Ley Line Guardian Witch starting build. Which class has a familiar, tons of spells and hexes as well as a patron, additional deity let's call it. This is a sorcerer witch, or better to say, this subclass will receive a lot of sorcerer spells combined with witch spells. Being a mix of a sorc and a witch, intelligence is replaced for charisma as the main stat. Ley Line will empower your spells in many different ways as you level up. Choosing race, we need high intelligence, solid dexterity for this subclass. So, human, half-elf, half-orc, gnome, halfling, Aasimars, Dhampirs, tieflings, and kitsunes all apply for this role. For the background selection, we will pick regional Cadrian Wanderer. Allocating ability points 7, 14, 9, 20, 8, and 16. Allocating skill points, straight brain dead, we just pick all greens, Arcana, World, Nature, Perception, Persuasion, and use Magic Device. Feats. You can play as utility Ley Line Guardian, then as a healer, as a summoner, as a necromancer, as a buffer, or as a pure damage dealing spellcaster. This varies a lot now from your feats, it all depends on your spell focus. For this showcase, we will pick Enchantment, and for the second feat, we're gonna pick Spell Focus Conjuration. Good feats to acquire are Spell Penetration, Abjuration, Necromancy, Evocation, Allied Spellcaster, Elemental Focus into specific element you want to deal damage with, Fire, Acid, Cold, or Electricity. Patron. It depends on what type of Ley Line Guardian we want to play with. Let me explain in short. If you want to play as a spellcaster damage dealing evocation Ley Line Guardian Witch or a base regular witch, then Winter and Devotion are good choices for a patron. If you want to play as a healer witch, then Healing Patron is the patron you're looking for. If you want to play with transmutation spells, then Transformation and Strength is what you're looking for. Agility is also a valid option here. And so on. That's how this works. For our case, as utility, enchantment, and conjurer, valid options are Strength, Mercy, Endurance, Devotion, and Ancestors. For this case, we will pick Ancestors, since it gives a lot of good AoE buffs for the entire team. We can only pick 2 spells for this subclass, so we're gonna take Summon Monster 1 for some early support and Snowball for some early damage. Deity and alignment, they're completely your choice, pick what you like the most, and off we go. Other races now, as Ley Line Guardian Witch. For half-elf and half-orc, we're gonna stick with base, and we're gonna copy the entire human build. Gnomes and halflings, we can also stick with base, and we can apply the entire human build. For Gnome Pyromaniac, he can be played as a fire-based witch. We need evocation and elemental focus fire to make it work. Of course, your patron will also need to be changed for some fire patron. Aasimars. Embark is just straight great for this build. We're gonna apply all from human build after it, but you would need to change from enchantment and conjuring into evocation and fire for the Embark. If you wanna stick with conjuring, then Idilkin is the way to go because you receive a lot of summons. Tiefling, Beastbrood, and Spitespawn are valid options here. After that, we copy everything from human build. For Dhampir, Vetalaborn is the only valid choice, and after that we copy the entire human build. For Kitsune, both base Kitsune and Kin Kitsune are equally good here. After that we copy the entire human build.